Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Stuff of Legend. My name is D-Lo, and I've got another video for you guys. Today, as you can tell, I'm going to be doing a Funko Pop video on an incredibly great topic. As you guys may have already figured out, Avatar: The Last Airbender is the topic today, but it's because I was able to find a killer deal on some absolutely brand spanking new Funko Pops. So if you guys are just tuning in right now, I do these from time to time, but I wanted to let you guys know that I am going to be showing you guys the Funko Pops that I made the purchase on. So if you guys can't already tell, my skin color is a little bit reddish, a little bit pink, and that's because you know, in order to balance the green screen, but also give you guys a good quality physical display of the Funko Pops that I just got recently. I didn't want the colors to be washed out, and so because of that, I had to pump up the color keying, and so in order to get the background out and show you guys the Funko Pops, I had to sacrifice my own personal self-image for you, and so that's something that I'm willing to do for you guys. And if you watch any of my other videos, I'm not usually this red, and I'm not blushing either. That's a fun thing. So I wanted to show you guys what is up. And what is up is Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you guys aren't already aware, the show is quite old. They made a sequel series called The Legend of Korra. And both were great shows, but the first was the greatest. Avatar: The Last Airbender was probably, honestly, the greatest animated TV series I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's including Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which was phenomenal. I absolutely love it. And but Avatar: The Last Airbender is the greatest TV show of all time. I stand by that. I've seen many. And it's just beautiful. The way that they tell the story, the way that they take their time with every little thing. Nobody starts out like the best of the best in this show. And that's one of the cool things, that you get to see these guys learning their powers as they go along. It's kind of like how, you know, like one of the great things about like the Power Rangers, even though it was a low budget TV show made for kids, it's really cheesy dialogue, writing, and all that stuff. As far as the way that they develop characters, it's pretty cool because every single episode you're getting to see a character learn something new about their powers and their abilities. And that's kind of how this show is, except like 500 times better. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let me go ahead and show you guys the first Funko Pop in the lineup, and that is going to be, let me see, right here, Zuko. And so Zuko is the primary villain. I'm going to pull this one up for you guys. You guys will have the PNG, so you get a crystal clear image, but also right here I've got the box for you. The reason for this, do you see how it kind of frazzles out a little bit right here on the side? That's because it's getting to display my green screen behind it, and so it's trying to eliminate all the green. I had to do a lot of color keying to balance it so you guys could see the box clearly, but it's a really lovely box, really beautiful. It's got a lot of the art from the actual show, and then also, man, just look at this Funko Pop. Let me see if I can get you guys that good angle. You can see right here on the PNG that the fire, this guy right here, it wraps around because he's bending fire, and that's one of the things that the characters do in the TV show is they fire bend. So you can see the color's a little bit distorted because of my having to use a green screen, but nevertheless, the Funko Pop is freaking legit. It is so cool. I was so shocked as I was in Hot Topic looking for a couple of other Funko Pops. I was looking for some Lord of the Rings. I was looking for just some Marvel, like whatever might still be there. They had some really fresh Captain Marvel Pops, which I was looking at. I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And then I saw someone rummaging through the bottom shelf, and I was like, what do you got down there? And they were like, hey, they got, you know, Aang. And I was like, what? They've got Aang. And I looked down there, and they have, you know, Zuko, and they had a handful of others, which I'm going to show you guys because I bought them. But I couldn't say no, and they were having a buy two, get one free deal. And so I was able to get 3 brand new Pops for the price of 2, which was pretty cool. So anyway, this is the first guy, Zuko. He's a firebender. and he starts out as the main antagonist of the show, and slowly arcs his way around to a more neutral position. And then eventually they do something really wonderful with him. If you guys haven't seen the show, you need to go see it. It's amazing. But this is what he looks like when you first see him. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the next Funko Pop that I was able to purchase because I was just in an absolute frenzy. I couldn't believe that we found these. Let's see, Sokka. So I've got Sokka up here, and it's a really lovely pop. He wields a boomerang, which he refers to as Boomy, and it's his boomerang. He can't call it Aang because Aang is the main character's name, but man, this one's a really cool one. I haven't whipped out the pop just yet, but I've seen on some other images in the back. I don't know if you can make this out. I don't know if the lighting will allow for it, but his strap where he contains his boomerang in the back is on the Funko Pop. Like they go to great detail when they make these figures, these vinyl figures. Some of them are bobbleheads, but these ones in the Avatar series are not bobbleheads. They're just vinyl figures. And yeah, it's a good looking Funko Pop, but he's the comic relief in the TV show. And so he is the one that makes all the jokes, and he's super like loud and eccentric, and he's always like tripping over something. But even him, he gets amazing story arcs where he gets, like a love interest, and there's some, either competition or there's some sort of like a complex situation where, maybe he's not able to be with that person, and they give you a lot of really good balance between comic relief and emotion with all the different characters. All the characters have funny moments, and all the characters have very powerful emotional moments, and all of the characters have very powerful moments of growth and development. And that's one of the beautiful things about the Avatar: The Last Airbender show. It's honestly the way that I wish they would do the X-Men, is that instead of it just being Wolverine, and friends, they would allow all the characters to grow and develop like they did in the 90s TV series, like it was in the comics, where you see, individuals starting to learn their gifts, and they train in the danger room, and they start to apply those abilities in the field, and, their relationships grow between each other and with others. That's how this show is, and it's masterful, and I love it so much. So that's Sokka. They only had 3 characters in the store at the time of this purchase, because I had showed up in the evening and everybody had already flooded. But I was really grateful because I was able to find this one. And this one I am going to unbox for you guys, okay? But this next one is not the standard Aang, who is displayed with Aang with Momo and he's bending air. But there's a very special one that is a Hot Topic exclusive. And that one is Aang on an air scooter. So as he's bent, this is the main character right here. His name's Aang. He is the last airbender. So all the different characters, they bend one of the 4 elements, either water, earth, fire, or air. And all of the airbenders got wiped out except for Aang. And that's why they call it the last airbender. He's also the Avatar. He's the one that's chosen and called, by like an ancestry of spirits to wield all 4 elements and be the protector of the 4 nations, the great uniter. And so he's the main hero. And so just look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's so cool. Oh my gosh. So you can see that in the back, there's a few other characters there. There is Uncle Iroh, there is Appa, there is Toph, and there's Katara. I'm going to see if I can get a little closer, but the light might fade off of it, and then you might start to get... Yeah, there's the green screen frazzle. It's starting to get, it's starting to detect the green on the box. But it's really cool. This is going to be the second Funko Pop that I've ever unboxed for you guys. So, yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to go ahead and open it. I never open my Funko Pops, but for you guys, I'm going to just go ahead and do this one because it's a special one. And I might even leave it on my desk. I'm genuinely in love with this Funko Pop. So let me see if I can open this one for you guys. Okay, so I got the box out. So here we have it in the plastic containment. We go ahead and separate those. I'm being like extremely careful. Oh my gosh. And these things are pretty sturdy. I never take them out. Yeah, so look at this guy. Look at this little homie. Do you see how his like cloak is floating up because of the wind? So sick. And then this is the ball of air where he's whirling it underneath him, and that's his scooter. That's how he gets around. This is a puff of dirt and dust. And it's so cool. Man, I'm blown away by this. Look, he's got the tattoo all the way down his head, all the way down to his hands. I'm going to get you in nice and close there, see if the light will pick it up. Dude, this thing's awesome. I'm loving this thing. And you can see it's licensed by Paramount and Viacom. Which is pretty cool. This is the second Funko Pop I've ever opened right now. So I'm really blown away. I like this one. You know what? I think I will keep this one on my desk. Because that stand is quite nice. I really like that. And so, you know, here's the box so that you guys can see, you know, the art one more time. I'll get that in nice and close. See if I can angle it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So you can see all the different pops. The Appa one, this guy right here, he is an extra large pop. He's a 6-inch figure. And so the box would be probably this tall and, you know, like this wide, because he is the massive steed. And this is something that was really cool I wanted to show you guys as well, because I don't just do Funko Pops here. I wanted to give you guys some art. So if you guys hadn't seen the images that they did for the Netflix version of this. So in case you guys aren't aware, there was a movie before by M. Night Shyamalan that sucked like big time. It was the worst film I've ever seen. And it was the worst like animation or comic or any kind of like screenplay adaptation I've ever seen ever. Like worse than the Dragon Ball Z movie with the Canadian guy. Worse than it seriously is my least favorite of all movies ever. Because they did it horribly. They got all the names wrong. They recast. And what's funny is they've now confirmed that they're going to do a Netflix version. I've already made a video about this, and I'm going to make another one probably later tonight about it. But I wanted to give you guys the good news and show you the attention to detail that the original TV show writers of this Avatar said in about the new TV show they're going to be doing. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the art. Do you guys see that? This is a piece of art that they put out from the studio. They're collaborating right now with Netflix. And so they're collaborating with Netflix to put on a live action adaptation that is not going to be like the one that was given to us by M. Night Shyamalan, who was admittedly not a fan, and he was not someone who had followed the series before being commissioned to make the film. But these guys are the showrunners. This is Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, and they said, "We're thrilled for the opportunity to helm this live action adaptation of Avatar and Avatar The Last Airbender. We can't wait to realize Aang's world as cinematically as we always imagined it to be, with a culturally appropriate, non-whitewashed cast." And I'll talk about that in another video. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to build upon everyone's great work on the original animated series and go even deeper into the characters, story, action, and world building, which, by the way, that is what I'm talking about. All those elements, the 4 elements, they truly did those things perfectly. There is no show I've ever seen that has been better at those things. Characters, story, action, and world building. Netflix is wholly dedicated to manifesting our vision for this retelling, and we're incredibly grateful to be partnering with them. End quote. And so I'm super excited that it's coming to Netflix. This is something that we've been waiting for a very long time. And no, we haven't been waiting for this. So this over here on the far side, not this one. This one's garbage. The other one, let me see. Where's the angle? That way and up. So in the corner. In the corner, you have the classic Appa, and he is the steed. He's that guy. He's this guy right here, the fuzzy guy, furry guy. And he's a creature that was well beloved in the TV show. And in the live action adaptation by M. Night Shyamalan, he looked stupid. He looked like, it actually, you know what it kind of looked like? It looked like Where the Wild Things Are. That's what it looked like. But now we're getting, this is the art from the Netflix version, right? So if I cut that here and then just show you that one, you guys can see on Netflix, this is what they gave us, and I gave you guys that close-up so you guys can see it in much more detail. But it looks awesome, and I don't know what else to say. I just can't wait. Again, I don't know if this is my favorite of my Funko Pops now, but it's up there, and it was worth it enough to me that I would even unbox it for you guys. And I don't typically do that. The only one I've ever unboxed, I unboxed because the box was damaged. He's the first undamaged box that I ever opened. So you're welcome. And he's the Hot Topic exclusive. So if you want that one, if you want this guy, you're gonna have to go to Hot Topic to get him. And sorry about the quality on that PNG. It was a little less than what I was hoping for, but it was the best one that I could find on the internet for free. So anyway, that will do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Please turn on notifications so you can be alerted right away when I go live next time. That way I can engage with you guys in the comments section, and I can be answering your questions. I can be taking comments and bouncing back and forth, having a conversation with you guys, because that's what I'm all about. I want to have the discussion. Thank you guys again so much. You're welcome. It hurts me a little bit to unbox Funko Pops because I never do it, but this one felt good. I like this one. I like it a lot. And that'll do it. You guys, stay tuned for more right here on The Stuff of Legend.